nationwide talent search exam to identify the trainable talent for embedded, VLSI, telecom and networking industries. The people who are selected from this will be eligible to take up the training programs conducted by UTL in Bangalore. And each of these guys would be assessed through a computer-based test, and there'll be a technical test and followed by a personal round of interview. The main objective behind this is the many engineers today passing out from various colleges, there's some real good talent who otherwise don't make it to industry. So our interest is to identify these people, train them properly, because at the industry level expectations are very, very high. I mean, they want ready to deploy kind of manpower. Of late, I think most of the companies are looking for trained manpower who can immediately be of use for projects. So through this test, we identify, train them and help them to start the good careers for students. Yeah. So far, we've completed 2 locations, that's Coimbatore and Karnataka, that's Bangalore. And with this, the coming week, we're targeting, this week we are doing in Vizag on 22nd, and 26th we are doing in Hyderabad. So far, we've already assessed about 500 people and expecting another 300 to 400 people to take up test in Andhra. And total number, we are aiming at about 2,000 people to take up this test, and about 150 to 200 people getting into our training courses. We are a training organization, so before launching any program, we do an industry study. We call something called training need analysis. Based on the training need analysis report, we formulate programs. As of now, we are concentrating on 4 sectors, that's embedded, VLSI, and then telecom and networking areas. So each of these industry requires a different skill sets, and the expectation level from industry also differs. VLSI and embedded systems, they expect really highly proficient guys. When it comes to telecom and networking, academically they're okay, sub 60% marks, but technically they should be very good. So considering that with whatever students that we are doing it, we see a huge opportunity in the industry, and subsequent the training program is completed and we help them get placed. I mean, already people know about UTL, and we are not a new company. We are a 12-year-old organization and trained more than 20,000 engineers from 100 countries. We've been very successful in the programs that we are conducting. And people already know about us. And of course, through various activities, we are reaching out to people. Already from Hyderabad, a lot of people have registered, and we hope, I think next 2-3 days, we are expecting the numbers to also go up from Hyderabad. Students, if they've already taken a NAC test and secured about 40% marks in the NAC test, they need not to pay any fees. They can directly take up the technical examination. But if people have not taken NAC test, can directly register by paying us 200 rupees as a registration fees, and then they can take up the test. If they've not taken or less marks they secure, they need to pay about 200 rupees as a registration fees for this test. So only the interested candidates, we want them to apply by paying 200 as a registration fees. The target audience, or rather the people who are eligible to take up this test, is from BE, BTech, computer science, electronics and communication, EEE, IT branch students. In terms of the part A test, is more to check their core skills, which is analytical, then the verbal ability, communication skills. And the technical test is specific to the technology they choose. Like if they choose embedded, then the technical paper will be based on the embedded subjects. And if they choose VLSI, and it will be based on VLSI. And post that, we have a 1-to-1 round of interviews. So all this would happen on the single day, because the first itself will filter after the test is over. Only the eligible guys are called for a one-on-one discussion. And whoever is selected can join our programs, and on a self-support basis. They need to pay training fees and then take it up. So this is not for an employment. This is basically for a training eligible. Of course, post-training, the employment assistance is given. Not specifically. I mean, of course, we are reaching out to larger numbers. It's all published on our website, and a lot of people go through our website. So there's no restriction. But we've chose two locations. Ultimately, what happens after finishing engineering, nobody stays in their respective districts. So they land up either in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Chennai. So all these three places we have our exams going on, so they can take up anywhere. I mean, there's no restriction.